the seasons here.
It has definitely started cooling off where we are at. Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. Today we are out working for Dirt Perfect, running his Cat 304 mini excavator. We are putting in some French drains for Homeowner. He has several wet spots coming off the side of the hill. We definitely run into some rock in the process, but we definitely run into those wet spots as well. And towards the end of the video, we're going to run an electric service from his pole barn down to his meter base on a fairly steep hill.
We're putting in a French drain to catch what's coming out of the rock shelf, and then the ditch on top should be able to handle what comes off the actual hill. He's got his kids out. The kids are out watching. Oh, they got a little beagle. That's cute. Oh, there's the bucket. That's what happens.
So you're going to notice it is definitely raining. There was a chance of scattered showers that day. It ended up raining all morning, and we were having a pretty hard time, even with those brand new tracks on the 304, sticking to the side of that hillside. We did get the trench all the way around the backside of the pole barn, and the Homeowner got all the fabric in and the pipe laid in. So we're going to do a little bit of backfill to at least get this section done, and then we're going to end up jumping into the second day where we actually have some decent weather.
Hopefully we don't pull a mini out of a ditch. Wouldn't that be some stuff? Oh gosh. Well, there we go. We are just sliding all over this thing. So it's raining, still raining. We thought, well, I was hoping the rain would let up at some point. It just never did. You guys saw we were sliding around pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and call it for today. We're going to come back in the morning. The good news is tomorrow it's supposed to be really nice weather. All right, so we are back on the phone here for day 2, and it is a gorgeous morning. Look at the sun coming up over that field. Anyway, we're going to get started. Change of the seasons here. We're going to be running there today. Probably be running that too. So he's got wet spots that come up into the hill here, and we're just running a few fingers off, but you guys can see it's pretty steep, and it's still pretty slick this morning. We're just kind of taking half buckets, because anytime I try to get a little greedy with it, it tries to pull me down the hill. We're making pretty good progress on it. There's his mark. That's as far as he wanted to go. I may just kind of dig deep here. You know, a lot of people won't work with the Homeowner because they say they get in the way, but we don't mind it. And I don't know if it's just because the people around here like working, if it's just because it's the type of people Mike does jobs for. 9 times out of 10 when the Homeowner sticks around to help us, by golly, you dang near want to hire him when it's all said and done. sun for a while, and we may just try to backfill that this afternoon and do it that way. I think that's going to be the plan. So we'll switch back to the trenching bucket. They were doing a lot of bucket switching this morning. I know Mike doesn't plan on keeping this machine forever, so whichever he replaces it with, it'd be awesome if they make a little pin grabber for a minute. That'd be awesome. Anyway, the homeowner, so we brought that tractor. You guys remember we brought the tractor. The homeowner's run down there to grab that tractor. And on this section back there, there's enough room we can set the tractor next to the machine. He's got some places on the property he wants some dirt. That'll work out perfect. I can throw this stuff out of the trench right into the tractor bucket, and that way we're not handling it 3 or 4 times like we were on the back side of that barn. That's the plan anyway. You'll notice I'm still just running half buckets. With this clay, I try not to cram the bucket full. It'll get stuck eventually, but as long as you don't just cram the thing full, as long as you're just 3/4 of the way, leave you a little bit of an air pocket on the top, typically it'll come out. So this is going to be the system, and we'll check in with you in a little bit. He did say here in about 20 feet we're going to run into a pretty good sized rock shelf. Get into a little bit different material. You guys may be noticing that. I may throw you down in the trench here, or I may very gently set you down in the trench here in just a little bit, so you can kind of see what we're getting into now. The good news is we're in a spot now where he can start backing in and running sideways, which makes it a little bit easier for me to load. That's always nice. He's doing a great job. Perfect. So much easier this way. It's almost like a shale rock now, which is probably where a lot of his moisture is coming from. It's probably following that shale rock and sitting down next to the house, if I had to guess. guys see that paint mark right there? We're going to go up to there and then tee off to the left and to the right. You guys know how T works. It might be more of a J. Ah, it's probably a T. Cursive T. We're going to tee off up into there, but we're digging up the hill to get to that part. That's perfect. Need a little support with that blade. There's a little rock. Yeah, we're gonna start getting into some stuff now, bud. That's okay. Hoping we can get it peeled up. Let's back up a little bit, mess with the blade, see if we can get underneath that rock a little bit better. Shall we do that? I don't know if we're gonna be able to get under that bottom layer. If we can just jump it, that'll be okay. Man, we're gonna make a heck of a mess out of it though. This point in time, it's just personal. Let's see. I think we'll be okay now if that's just the edge. As long as we're where we're at, I think we'll be okay. We can get past that one. All right, so we have what we're gonna call it the main line. We have the main line dog. And now, I don't know if those orange marks show up on the ground, but we're going to kind of dig a T from about there across to about there. That's the next thing we're going to do. is a load and carry type of machine, but we couldn't get the tractor sideways between the house and the trench, and the skid steer is tied up on another job, so making the best with what we have, and it beats a wheelbarrow and a shovel. That is for dang sure. It's going good though. Back on that steep bank on the back side of the barn, but that's all right. You can feel the machine want to go, but if I can get rid of some of this stone quick, we should be okay. There, she's starting to tip on me a little, but that ought to time out just about right. There we go. There we go. All about timing, bud. Speaking of timing, it just started raining. And I think that's all that I might be able to get one more. I don't know. One more. Always one more. Always one more. Don't ever stop at good enough. No. That'd be the safe thing to do. Always push your luck and go for one more. Always. Nice, my friends. That's it. Get off this hillside before the hillside takes us. You know, this is an enclosed cab. I've got all my windows open. Look at me go. Look at me go. Man, that's raining harder than I thought it was. I better get off this thing quick. Better get off this thing quick. Close up these windows too, man. I'll tell you what. Feel kind of silly. I forgot to ask him what he wants to do there. I know he said he wanted dirt backfilled around the corner and to that finger, but I think he wanted to finish this off with stone, and he's got to get some more for that. So I'm just gonna leave it open. Mike's coming back next week, and they're gonna dig this part out here. They're gonna run that out level and dig some of that out. So if he's not gonna use stone, Mike can take some of that material and top it off. If he is gonna use stone, he can just bring it right down between there and get in there that way. So we're just gonna leave that for the time being. The next thing, we're just gonna dress this up a little bit. Yes, we are. The sun is shining in your face. Well, that's because it's a beautiful morning. That's why it's doing that. It is a gorgeous morning. to track back down that bank, see if we can hold on to it this morning, and then run down and trench a power line in real quick. I think we're gonna get out of here. See if we can make it on this thing. Power runs from that pole underground straight to this pedestal, and then the box on that side goes up to the house, and this box is what's going to be used for the barn. See, there's no conduit coming out the bottom side of it, obviously, but we're going to tie in. I told him I would get to right about here, and he'd have to do the rest with a shovel. He was fine with that. All right, so we've got from the meter base all the way up to the barn like you wanted. Nice neat trench, cleaned along both sides. They're as neat as it can be with all the roots and rocks. Turned out nice. We'll just give you a quick tour. And then we got this. This still is a little, I mean, I wouldn't put grass seed on it, but Mike's supposed to bring him some topsoil in the future. And like we mentioned, they're gonna dig this bank out in the future as well. And he's supposed to bring the skid steer and power rake. So skid steer and power rake will make quick work of polishing this up. The big thing is it's all pushed off and won't hold water. Then we got the drain all the way around with the little fingers. We just have that sitting on there for a few rains. And then he's gonna take a tiller after it rains a few times on it, a tiller, straddle that ditch and run up and down it with the tiller to help break it up a little bit more. That's just gonna be a waiting game. Got this all topped off with rock, looking nice. Looking real nice. Some more fingers down here poking up all the way down. So that's going to be it for me on this job, but not it for the job. Obviously, Dirt Perfect still has quite a bit of little odds and ends to do around here. I think he wants a cistern, an old cistern filled in as well. So lots of little projects around this property, which is always nice and always kind of fun. But like I said, I'm headed home. It's only 9:30 right now. I haven't been here very long, but Chelsea and our oldest, they're back on their way back from Florida, and I want to make sure we have the house ship shape in Bristol fashion for when they get home. So that's gonna be it for me on this one. As for you guys, well, I hope you do something that makes you smile for the rest of the day. I got nothing else. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.